Hey guys, welcome back to District Trending. In this video, we're going to be going over 10 rappers who faked beef with each other. Before we get started, if you've listened to your favorite rapper within the past week, make sure to leave a like on this video and comment down below that rapper's name. If you guys would like to join our iPhone 10 giveaway, all you need to do is leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel with notifications on so you never miss an upload. And if you would like to support District Trending as well as a shout out on our latest video plus one-on-one advice with how to grow a YouTube channel, make sure to click the button on our channel page that says join. Every rapper has been in beef with someone in their career at least once. Even the nicest rappers can't avoid getting called out or getting caught in something that makes them look really bad. But all of this beef gets the media excited and causes some rappers to even fake beef with each other just for a publicity stunt. So we're going to start off this list with a very recent one that might actually blow you guys away, and I know when I read it for the first time I just could not believe it and it blew me away personally. Number 10 is 6ix9ine versus Trippie Redd. For many of you that might be unfamiliar with the recent YouTuber boxing event with KSI, Logan Paul, and Jake Paul, towards the end of the event, DJ Akademiks posted about the event and brought it to Tekashi's attention. 6ix9ine then went on to comment, "Me versus Trippie Redd next, someone set it up," which could have been taken as a joke, but Trippie Redd actually responded and said that he would be willing to go against him. This is a pretty big deal, not only for YouTube, but the hip-hop game in general, because if this fight actually does go down, it could bring a lot more of the hip-hop area into the mainstream, more than it already is. Larger companies would be willing to invest in advertisements for the fight, which would benefit the rappers and everybody in general. And if you guys don't know how the KSI and Logan Paul fight actually started off, it was pretty much a joke at first and it sort of escalated into what it is now. It's very similar to this interaction between 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd, but unfortunately people are criticizing both of them for only doing this as a publicity stunt and not having any actual beef. Also, another reason why people are criticizing 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd is because of the actual outcome of the Logan Paul and KSI fight. If you don't know, the fight ended within a draw of both of them, not winning, and a lot of people speculated that this might only be to get people to go and watch the rematch in the next few months from now, and if Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine got involved, this would make them look illegitimate. Number 9, 50 Cent and Kanye West. This one is pretty interesting because it was actually a really big marketing stunt, and I'm a marketing major, so I really appreciate this stuff as it does go down. But when this all went down, it was one of the biggest marketing ploys in all of the hip-hop scene at the time. Kanye and 50 Cent set up a competition to see whose album could sell more. Kanye even pushed the release date of his album, so 50 Cent's album Curtis and Graduation had the same release date. When Kanye moved the release date of his album, he said, "When I picked that date, I was like, people are going to talk about this so much," and then added to that by saying, "Do you know how great this is for hip-hop?" On top of all of that, 50 Cent claimed that if Kanye sells more albums than him, he would stop writing music altogether. Obviously, this made 50 Cent's album pretty much explode, and 50 Cent needed the extra attention because at the time, he said that he was struggling with writer's block, which happens to the best of rappers, and Kanye ended up winning the competition since he had the hit song Stronger, which propelled the sales of his album. Number 6 and 5 is Metro Boomin and Young Thug, respectively, and now they went on Twitter and they had a bit of, fake Twitter beef. I'll explain that in a little bit of why it is, but basically they went back and forth on Twitter for a little bit, and Metro Boomin kicks this off by going, "Every day I wake up, new mixtapes are falling out of the sky. I think we all know where this trend came from." Then continues on to say, "And all you internet blanks who like to tweet at me like you know everything, no, I'm not saying he's the first to do it." And then he goes, "But artists have not put this much music out in years. Now artists are dropping tapes every month. Everyone was holding their music before." So he's kind of like commenting on this whole Young Thug diss track situation. After this, then Metro Boomin follows all of that up by saying, "Moral of the story is putting out 5 tapes in a year will make you heat up like Future. That was just his path. It's not for everyone." Then Metro says, "Just take all the hottest songs from the 5 tapes that you plan on dropping and then make 1 tape full of fire." Then Young Thug tags him back, and this is where things start heating up when he goes, "Put some names on that blank little boy," and then he tags him, and then Young Thug goes back and says, "It's okay to write a blank, but don't quite agitate another one little blank." Then Young Thug says one last thing. He says, "I think if you guys were to stop drinking so much cheap stuff and high-tech syrup, you would be able to think before speaking and typing." So yeah, obviously this whole situation seems like it's pretty real, right? But shortly after all of this happened, all of this Twitter beef, apparently they resolved it and then they came out with a song together. I know that sounds really weird, but that's apparently what happened. They just got over their beef like that and it just ended like that. I'm pretty sure this was all just to hype up the song. I am at least 99% sure. That's what a lot of, media sources are saying, that this was just one of the publicity stunts just to try to get the song a lot more clicks. X. On number 4 and 3 on our list, we have Triple X Tentacion and obviously Drake. Now, we already know where this is going. The whole KMT, look at me, drama of Drake stealing the flow. And this beef was actually surprisingly not 100% legitimate, and I'll explain to you why right now, so make sure to keep watching. Basically, what ended up happening, while X was in jail, he released Look at Me, and obviously it went viral. Everyone loved the song, right? Even Drake might have even looked at it and saw it and maybe, nabbed a few lyrics or the flow, something to make it sound similar to the song so that people would like KMT a little more. But what ended up happening was, even if it wasn't intentional, what X saw, he saw an opportunity to basically seize Drake and get a lot of people talking about him, because right now, this was at the time where he was blowing up like super big, and this was at the time where he could basically take advantage of this whole drama. Even though it wasn't real drama, he basically went and he started calling out Drake, saying things about his mom, saying all this crazy kind of stuff. And then he basically manipulated the media into talking about him a lot more, and then having his name next to Drake pretty much, just really boosted him up even more, to the point where he pretty much became, I wouldn't want to say a household name overnight, but, a very, popular name overnight, to the point where, the average 16-year-old would probably know who Triple X is. This is another thing that X really doesn't get enough credit for. When, I think it was on the No Jumper interview, where X said that he really knew how to market himself and how to grow his social media. He said he's done this before. I think it was under a different alias. I'm not too sure. Do not quote me on that. However, what I do know is that he knew how to grow his social media, and he was not joking when he said that, because when he had this opportunity where people were speculating that, the flow of his song Look at Me was put on, KMT, he took that opportunity and he ran with it to get the media to talk all about him and pretty much get his name out there even more. And the thing is, X knew Drake wasn't going to respond to all the allegations, because even if Drake did respond, it would ruin his name. There was no reason for him to respond, and on top of that, Drake, only associates himself with like the best of the best, the people that are very established in, the industry, and unfortunately at that time, X was not one of those people. He was just blowing up, so X, again, he saw that opportunity, he knew Drake wasn't going to respond, and he just went ham, and that's how he blew himself up to the point where, he was a worldwide name even before he passed away. Coming in at number 2 and number 1, we have Soulja Boy and Quavo. Now, this one's number 1 because it has to be probably the most fabricated and fake beef out there, because it is literally one-sided. There aren't any allegations or anything being thrown around like the Triple X story with Drake from before. This is literally just Soulja Boy getting mad and thinking that Quavo said something to him, and pretty much just getting mad at him and just pretty much just saying stuff on Twitter. That is literally the whole beef, guys. I'm not even kidding. Quavo, on the other hand, decides to ignore Soulja Boy because he's mad and he's not making money or whatever. I think he said something along the lines of that. But seriously, that is pretty much the whole beef. Like, it's just Soulja Boy staying mad and trying to, get Quavo to respond and bait him into responding so that he can get his name out there, and he got criticized a lot for that. I definitely don't blame Quavo for just not responding to that entire situation in general, because it definitely felt like Soulja Boy was just trying to use him for clout, or just, say things in his songs to just trying to get him to respond and bait him, basically. I don't think that's very fair for Quavo, considering that, Soulja Boy, he's pretty established, like, everyone knows who he is, but I guess he just wanted to start beef. Maybe Soulja Boy was bored. When you're that rich, when you're a millionaire or possibly even a billionaire, you have a lot of time and effort to just waste on pointless stuff, and I'm guessing that's what just Soulja Boy decided to do. Maybe on a summer day, he was just chilling. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna start beef with Quavo, and that's how it all started. Anyways, I am going to end the video off here, so if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on this video, make sure to comment down below which one of these fake beefs was your favorite, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Also, if you guys would like to join our iPhone 10 giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel with notifications on. Anyways, this has been District Trending, and I will see you guys in the next one.